Galaw-gaw.
Actually katong sponsor maghatag siya within this week og upat. So tagsatang upat.
Galaw-gaw.
Problema
Indian
kung
cuisine
saon.
siya ba? Indian cuisine gid siya. Authentic Indian cuisine.
Oh,
Kay
dili
kuwan
fusion na, naay fusion kay
okay.
usahay man gud. Dili man gud makasugakod sa Pilipino ang palit bitaw sa kahalang.
Grabe dagan silang spices ba? Kita ko sa ilahang kuan nga dili man makita ilang mga
Pero
spices din sa to.
katong birthday nako gitagaan ko niyag biryani. That the best biryani in town, pre. The
Makabisita
best
ra.
biryani so far. Lami kay ang biryani.
Ayos na ilang kuan ba kay matingala ka ba kusog kay sila mga foodie po kay na sila. Pero none of atong mga sakit na sa ilaha. Like mga high blood. Parang may kuan ba orag isa magud sa maka unsa na may mga makalimpyo sa toxins nimo sa spices pa lang daan nila.
Sa una sa eskwelahan gilutuan ko nagtikuan bay. Shakshuka. It's a Mediterranean cuisine gahapon. Egg dish bay. Di siya egg dish, appetizer siya ba? Appetizer. And then ingon siya nga it took him like 3 to 4 hours to cook. Sus, grabe bay, grabe kalami.
Asa ka kasi nakakuha silang mga spices ba?
Na si supplier.
Like ang mga oil nila, mga dili normal nga oil like kanili oil. Asa man makuha ng kanili oil? Wala may kanili oil din. Canola raman.
Canola.
Isugdan na to.
Mas kubaw.
Murag si Rizzo pa kay wala skubaw.
kadit aman si ngalan nito sa Facebook.
Like ito, awesome, awesome Daddy Ice Gaming.
Mega awesome Jason.
Galaw-gaw.
Basta na ko i-upload nga content 1 hour and 15 minutes. Taas gid lugar siya for a page siya pero kato is complete discussion gid on Rizal's ancestry ba. Kato Rizal nga dagan mo gud kay request ana sa
regarding sa Rizal bitaw. Tama siya sa dapitan, exile siya sa dapitan before.
Naghimo po kong discussion kaya akong style pre depending sa topic. Kung ang topic grabe ka interesting, akong i-record, ako din i-upload.
Mas maayo na ba? Karon pa nahuna-hunaan giatay.
Mula akong plano ba nga. I-upload na ko siya kay Chada siya kay na may discussion may mga estudyante ga share, may interaction ba.
Nagkuan po siya kanang ang retention po, ang memory retention po sa estudyante. So kung example nga na sila malimtan adto nga discussion, wala ni sa
pwede ra nila
una ba? So
wala.
Ni sa una na to, yawas sobra pas alas atong grado ang history ba.
Dat gialas na ko kung duha ka history ba yoy.
katong
ay dili irony di ay
grado ato ko naman out of the roof naman.
History 1 dito bay, psychology pa ko yawa apit ko bagsakas maestro part animal. Grabe sa to kabuang nga maestro eh. Magpa-reading og chapter 4, 5 and 6 niya. Ang quiz niya 7, 8, 9 yawa.
Wala. Dili na siya fair bay.
Dili lagi fair. Gaba-gaba oy katulon ni take ubar exam aya pa naka-take sa aya pa nakapasar ikaupat nga take na.
Pero yawa nakapasar gyapon.
Katong pag AB na nako, pag di history nako didto bira-birahan ng mga maestro eh.
Alang kay nabagi kay nak na magi kay pension para ana. Mugini sa isa sa mga issue ba mo sulod kag college kay dili ka dapat mo sulod sa college nga kuan kanang isugo ka sa imong ginikanan nga mao na nga kurso.
I-live ni pre.
Ka-live na.
Live. Kani mo i-live. Naka-live na ni?
Naka-live na ni. Dili gi ka
okay,
dapat.
Pero ang ako is try to imagine na grabe ba kay ko katapulan katong psychology ko. Ulo ka na kauban ba tagtambay.
Ay mga klaro na sa atong mga buhat sa una niyo.
Pero katong lugar ay noon factor siguro katong sa AB history siguro nako dako siguro to siya factor kanang number 1 mature na kay minyo naman.
Ikaw sila una grabe giunhan sa minimo tanan
na naman ko ikuan adto ko tulo and then kadua blessing pod sa Ginoo nga akong wife didto pod nag-teach. Asa ko nag-eskwela. So libre. Pero
Ang tulog
other than
libre right?
no, discounted lang.
Discounted
Dako
lang.
lang kay discount. Oo, dako kay.
Ako
Not
mahal
lit,
kay
ang
mahal kay-
magulang
sure.
ang magulang will libre, pero ang ikaduha ug ang ikatulo.
Okay na dili lalim ang tuition sa XU karon ay especially karon compared sa una mas okay pa to sa una.
Uy, kabalo ka tag pila unit karon bay?
Hours.
1.5 ba? Undergrad na. 1.5 per unit sa atong panahon tag pila ra 700.
Grabe.
Well, balik lagi kita kanang dako gid nga factor, and I hope realize pud sa ato ang viewers ba nga. When I entered attending my second course sa history, I made use of technology, pre.
Lagi.
For example, whenever I do research, I made use of technology ba. Wala ko ni satisfy o Google. Pag type pa lang ako sa Google sa usa ka article nga akong pangitaon, I will go beyond 100 pa ka mga links. Aya pa gid nako makuha tanan. So I made use of technology, and then I made the most out of it. And then mo lagi to nga halos kakatulog na lagi sa library ang bata ba. Pag naay klase dito ra sa library mapunduha ba.
Xavier ba ni Ray?
Ha?
Xavier pa magyapon na.
Xavier na ni.
Unsa man
Xavier gyapon.
gaga-function pang aircon dito?
Function.
Oo,
Katulganan gyapon.
makatulog
Katulganan ang library. Pero mo lagi to kanang noon part of the maturity level, pila na ko edad nako pag take na ko sa BA History 30.
Tuod ba?
Realize agad.
Nagsapon man dito sa concentrics dito, tuod ba?
Uy.
Kaya kung
Itang tulo.
lagi.
Katong upat ka tawo atong Sabado, isa rin dili taga concentric sadto, pero kulboys babots. Kita kulboy ta kay trabaho man tag call center, di ba?
Dugay gyapon ta sa lingtuad to Ray, di ba?
2 years.
Ay dili sa dugay. Pero
Nibalin ni kog Cebu.
hala, nagbiya di ka kang ma'am.
Dako magsweldo.
Ayun sa do.
Dako magsweldo.
Pero lisod man kaayo pag nga biyaan mo family bay kay
I thought that it was easy, bigyan og sayon bay. Pero lisod bagbuhig duha ka kusina oy.
gid.
And
Kusina.
then ato nga time
Yan,
dagmay pa ko mga anak. Now, street names, Kustaal.
Sige, balik ka sa tong things. Good, mga viewers, welcome to episode 3. Episode 3 na to sa The Cagayanon Experience, and I'm very, very much excited to welcome Ray Sanchez again to our episode. He is a professor, a history professor in one of the universities in Cagayan de Oro, and a very, very knowledgeable person. Bisan pag medyo labad pero bright, ay lang siya i-argue kay lisod na. Lisod na.
Di po ko mo-argue ba? Dito ko mo-argue. That's one thing I always remind my students. When I started teaching history, the more my student is capable of arguing with me, academically, it's an indicator that they are paying me more, and it's an indicator that I will have to study more.
Lagi ba?
At ibang estudyante ka pangutana sa imo na ikaw wa ka kasagang, wa ka katuon, patay ka.
Credibility.
Sama ni si Sir Oy, di man ka study. It's not about the credibility. O ginang always ginako ginaingon sa ko mga estudyante. No matter what, I will never ever fail you on what you believe in. Di ba? All the more siguro mas mupasar hinuon ka, mas dako imong grado if you are capable of giving me logical and reasonable answers. And all the more, butang ta kas posisyon nga pasaron ta ka, regardless if I hate your face or not.
Nadigya po inana ba? Kanang
Nga.
wala pa siya gibuhat sa imuha ba? Ang aura niya daan sa imuha ba? Dinuo ko na dayon.
Ako dagan kay ila bay. Gusto ko mag-share. Gusto ka mag-share ko.
Pwede.
Diba kay, kuha na ba ako bay? IP ba?
How do you get kana bitawng dili nimo ipadala imong emosyon? Kay burag unfair ba pud sa estudyante.
Well, sometimes you get pissed off. I get pissed off. Tao raman tabay, I get pissed off. Pero No, ang ako is kabalo gid ako mga estudyante ana if they will watch this episode. Whenever I get pissed off, I always just send them out of the classroom.
Ya, pagawas.
Nothing more, nothing less. Pagawason ra nako.
Naga
Nako
ko
isa
ibang-
ka experience. Nako isa ka experience ana na kaning eskwelahan, university nga akong gitudloan o akong gibalikan karon. It's like, you know, it's a second string nako ani nga university. And it was my first year as a full-time faculty. And then I was teaching history. Na yung mga estudyante nga medyo older nag-edad ba. And naka-joker adto pre. Kaya itong style estudyante bitaw nga. Kamulong discuss ang maestro niya. Pinaana ba, pinatakilid bitaw. Pina-whisper ba niya, dala sipat sa imo.
Ya,
Storya na pinaana din ba.
sa na may libak.
Di ba ikaw maestro, praning kay ka.
Ya.
Mapraning yung ka kay yata yun sa man ako masiguro gilibak aning mga buang. I got so pissed off, I sent them out of the classroom.
Ya, tagiboto ka ba? Or
Wala ko ni boto. I just told them, go out. Wag gyapon ni hawa bay, sige sila explain nga kanang kuan, sige sila explain nga dili man ikaw among gistoryahan sir. Ang gingnan nga the matter of fact that you talk while I'm having a discussion is already an insult. So you go out, finish what you're doing there, and once you are ready to come back to my classroom, go back.
okay, fair po, fair. Dili siya ingon nga go out lang.
So go out. Gawas sila bay. Kamulo kung discuss. Sige sa lingis bintana ba? Sige sa ganahan bintana daw. Luoy man. So what I did, I called their attention. Oh, you come back and then you stop talking. You listen.
Kung ano, ang age range ani mga 16, 17? Or
Dili, kanibay, mga 23 nang edad ani nga itong panahon.
lampas na.
And the funny thing, well, I am so grateful because they ended up my friends.
Ay nana maginabay.
Di. Limit ra gid kaayo sa akong mga estudyante. Mo man akong gingon sa akong mga estudyante nga kanang in class I will really treat you as my students. Regardless of who you are. If you're capable of failing, I will fail you. If you are capable of passing, I will pass you. If you are capable of getting a higher grade than what you expect, I will give it to you as well, depending po sa imong performance sa klase. Akong perminti nga joke sa eskwelahan actually is lahi man ang gatarong og sulod sa gatarong og eskwela.
Lagi ba? Smart,
Diba?
learning smart.
So me, whenever I ask my students, I never ask them about right or wrong. I always ask them about their opinion, their capacity to reason ba. And mo din na nga, in classroom, I will treat you as my student, but outside, you know, I can be your friend. Ayaw lang pangulam o kwarta. Diba? Kay timawa yung sir, pero I mean, we can talk. Diba? Kabalo mo, I mean, millennial manggapon yung maestro, makasabot manggapon ko sa inyo. Sabayan tamagid mo all the time. So, then most of them actually became my friends. And ang uban pagaling, even until now, ga-connect pagyapon sa ako.
And kani ako'y pangutan na ray kanang naba ka instances nga makita ni mo imong kaugaling sa imong kalabad sa estudyante bay.
Kanang tagaan kag section nga puro labad. Makita ni mo imong dagway sa tanan. Hello.
Alaya.
Napay isa ka estudyante. Nakitang, sir, namatay ako lolo. Taon na po, pila ka bulan, mao na po panangin. Imo dig ingnon, luy. Grabe kay ka ba? Lupigan pa nimong Ginoo ba? Why? Ngano man day, sir? I mean, you can kill someone and you can resurrect them the following month. Kill them again and then you resurrect him another month. Kapila man day ka mamatyag lulo sa isa ka tuig.
Yata ya.
That's actually one. I mean, many would say nga I am very unorthodox in terms of my method. Kay ang ako yung pinaka number one nga approach, especially in physical classrooms, is really would make my students feel nga ako silang mga barkada. I may get old. I may wrinkle, I may get white hairs. Isa ka klase ba sa previous university I've taught, nagkalo ko sulod sa classroom.
Dili maka siya bawal. Mura man importante diha.
Actually, bawal. Sometimes dali mo lagi na because of my unorthodoxness. So, sahay, makuan sa maestra ba nga. Sa kuan nga. Pero ako, it's just me. Ako man yun na. Musulod ko classroom, magkalo.
Di ka malaag estudyante ana.
Palaan oy, kapilan na bay, palaan to Susanti part. Usay tripan ko pagaling na labi na ka ng bago ko eskwelahan. Bulingkod ko sa likod na. Lingkod sa likod daw. This happened once. Kas-ani na itabo. Sa diri gapon dako nga university. Lingkod ko sa likod ba. So sulat lang gud ko na. Bibo na mga estudyante saba kay sa nga tanan. Bibo kay sila ba kay first day of school ba ya.
Lagi.
So they're some people are scouting girlfriends, potential mo uyab diri ana ba. Yan ay ni duol sa ako nga estudyante. Kanang Brad unsa nga section? So ako po sa giignan kay kabalo ko section ako guy maestro.
Lagi.
So, ang giignan nga Rizal, and, you know, storya din ko morning oras. So, kinsay maestro ani, tubag po na ako pre.
Ray Sanchez.
Ako kabalo.
Yeah.
Okay, balo. Tana din tong estudyante. Murag transferi ka kuya kay medyo mature gud dagway. Daw gitubag transferi ko. Gagikan Xavier.
Pero bitaw.
Usay course nimo kuya ako nga kuan ka ng HRM man to nga klase. Ano mag HRM man ka gusto mo ko magluto-luto ora gistorya gid ko bay. Ya pagkataon to hanggat nag-shot ka pagkahuman ni kuya shot na ba para first getting to know you shot lugar ta niya. Estudyante ka pa 15 minutes di ba? 15 minutes wala na si sir lakaw na ta. Dagan ni ko sa tubangan bay. Sulat din ako dito sa whiteboard. Ray Bolioso Sanchez, Instructor, Soksay 3, Lives and Works of Jose Rizal. Ang mga mata lagi sa bata ba? Yati. Kasturya ganin.
Fun eh.
Then eventually, after the SEM, graduate naman na majority ato nila, they still connect with me. Got chat me sa Facebook, communicate, storya with them. Because naagi sila dili malimtan sa ako. Ano?
Kay sa una pa lang atong FFP pa may naagi kay nak anang teaching bay. Wala pa ni pero nakay kwan ba nakay charisma for that ba. Kamo partner mo ni Ate Donna.
Ate ko magulang kay to sa ako giatot. Pura lang to bata tanahon.
Grabe to.
Donna Vergara. Ay wala na ko'y follow up on that to bay. The last time I've seen her katong pagsulod na nako volunteer sa KKP. Yan ato nga tayong papa.
Vocation ba pa ilang ginabuhat? Kay
No,
nalabat.
GVP, Jesuit vocation, Jesuit volunteer program. It's an annual lugar na ng gusto ka mo appeal and then ma-assign ka sa usa ka lugar dito ka mag-teach for a year. Mo gito aim atong JVP, Jesuit vocation program. Jesuit
kanang
volunteer program.
Naagya pun siya karon. I don't know.
Napa.
May gali wala ka naka-join adto nga kuan gwapo ba ato siya nga ilabay kag Ateneo de Manila, Ateneo de Davao.
Di kuan mo gusto ba? Kanang I was at my peak of, you know, the rebellion stage ba taas kayo. Pero sa sultihan taga tinuod, gimingaw po ko volunteer works actually. Gimingaw yung ko volunteer works. And ang value sa volunteer work nga ako ang nadala gid ako even until now. So, balik lagi ta taas kaya itong gistoryahan mo, pagyapon ta ni abot stop. Street sa Cagayan de Oro.
Let's
start with a very small pero the very small street pero dako kay siyang impact sa Katilingban sa Cagayan de Oro. Okay, Cruz Taal. I would want to redeem that guy's name.
Bitaw ba?
Who was Cruz Taal?
Unfair pod.
Unfair bitaw. Kay katulaging giingon ako last episode, di ba? Bastardization of history. Since local history is not being taught in the schools, especially into the grassroots level, elementary, junior high, wala ka kabalo sa importansya ni Cruz Taal. And second, notorious biya kay nga dalan for the red light district of Cagayan de Oro.
Actually, limpyo naman siya karon, di ba? Wala naman siya I think mga year 2005 pataas murag wala na siya di nga street, murag limpyo na siya di nga street. Pero
naa pagyapon pero dili na gid as populated ang density niya ba sa know what I mean.
Gatindugan gud
katong mga respondent sa thesis sa una.
Lagi ba?
Katong mga respondent sa thesis sa una, wala naman gid kaayo. But I would want him to be the first in line in terms of our streets. Kinsa man din as Cruz Taal. he was a local hero who fought against the Americans
World
during
War II,
no during the
Filipino-American.
American occupation, during the Filipino-American War. And he was known during the Battle of Makahambus Hill. He was one of the heroes of that battle.
Makahambos Hill katong sa Makahambos. Na isa sila sa nag-camp dito sa katong
O
Makahambos.
tulo man naka battles pre. First battle was the Battle of Cagayan de Misamis, April 7.
Hmm.
And then the second battle was the Battle of Agusan Hill. Kaning Agusan diri sa may eastern part sa city.
Gusan
Kana battle Agusan Hill. O diri
ug
Padulong Bugo. O Padulong Bugo.
Okay, okay. Dako man ning scope.
Yeah. And then kato June, May 1900. And then the third battle was the Battle of Makahambus Hill. So si Cruz Taal dito siya naila sa Battle of Makahambus Hill. So morang point nako, we dili na magid mawala ang imprint lugar sa dalan nga Cruz Taal, but mo lagi na katong one time there's this local radio station nagpicture sa street name unya gibutangan og unsay madumduman nato ani niya, and many people put their comments, and the comments really specified
The red light district.
daghan kay respondent sa thesis nga tag 300.
Grabe.
Moto nga I felt bad about it because this is a war hero pre.
Lagi.
This guy fought for our independence. And you
And-
know, with the crudeness of weaponry sa ato ang mga hero, this guy have fought with a rifle and a bolo. So
Paano
wala
sila
na ako
katipunan ni sila part ni sila sa katipunan kanang whole network
No.
katipuneros
Oh,
or
no.
katipuneros, I'm sorry sa Spanish pa man ito nga kuan
I am very sorry pod. I mean, many historians may or may not agree with me. Pero walay katipunero ang Cagayan, uy.
So wala
Wala,
kay katong sa pag-independence na to, sa pag-declare ni Emilio Aguinaldo og independence,
Oh, we fought our own battle.
lagi ba? Maganing
We fought our own battles. No connection with the Katipunan. Pero influence.
kay lisod
or
na communications at
might-
mga time, di ba?
Might as well say not influence but might as well say motivated, inspired. Pero kung moingon kag Katipunan membership, that's still questionable. Though naay mga historian, local historian would say nga si Arcadia Valenzuela, a woman from Lapasan, and a cousin of a Katipunaro nga si Pio Valenzuela, idagaw sila. And then kanilang pamilya ni Arcadia Valenzuela kini migrate from Luzon to Cagayan,
Nag-start din
but
sila-
still dili pa sad nato ma-establish nga member gyud siya sa Katipunan. But again, we have a local woman heroine in the name of Arcadia Valenzuela. Sa Lapasan po na siya. He fought against the Spaniards. She fought against the Spaniards. And buhi pa ang descendants ng Arcadia Valenzuela ba? Daghan kina sila sa Lapasan.
Yusa kay.
Now, istorya naman lang gitag mga dalan. This is actually the story manggod ana, no? Again, pardon to the local historians in Cagayan de Oro. They may or may not agree with me. And again, history is really depending upon how we understand the past. We were pro Spanish town.
Pro Spanish.
That's the declaration. We're a pro Spanish town. We live with them with little problems. Wala ko niingog wala, with little problems. Kay naamay mga panahon nga, you know, naamay mga panahon that these Spaniards are abusive against the people. But overall, we were a highly pro-Spanish town. So this was the story when the revolution continued in 1898. And eventually, we won against the Spaniards. And then Aguinaldo declared
Independence.
independence on June 12 of 1898. One thing that it was not taught in our textbook history is the establishment of the local governments after sa declaration of independence. So, a few days after declaration of independence, within June, I think it was June 18 and 20, then President Aguinaldo wrote a decree of establishing the local government. And then I think the June 20 decree was also a decree that set the guidelines on kinsay i-elect, kinsay mobotar. So after that decree, the establishment of towns were established. Nagkalat-kalat na dayon kung kinsa tong mga towns na gipang-establish nila. Ang sa ato sa Cagayan, it came in very late. It came in 7 months after. Now, on January 2, 1899,
Kinsay ni Representative.
wala niya ni January 2, 1899, President Aguinaldo wrote a letter
Okay.
addressing to Jose Casas E. Roa, and then mandating Jose Casas E. Roa to establish the local government of Cagayan de Misamis. Ang atong taon ba?
Siya ang pinaka-first na leader or mayor or ano ba?
Okay, before backstory na, di ba I've mentioned this was a pro-Spanish town. Tsada atong relationship. We had a very good relationship with the Spaniards. Now, kani si Jose Casas Roa, isa sa mga dagko nga landowners.
Okay.
Uban nilang Manuel Abuela, Toribio Chavez. So, the famous family names of Cagayan, diba?
Toribio Chavez.
No. Now, when the Spanish governor Cristobal Aguilar realized that Spain was now losing the war against, the revolutionaries and the Americans, ayara yung gihulatan, pres, kato yung Treaty of Paris, which was signed December 20. So,
this was the treaty of US and America?
This was the treaty between US and America nga gibaligya ta og $20 million sa Spain.
Ay, sorry. Not US and America. US and Spain.
Yeah. This was the treaty between US and Spain nga gibaligya ta sa Spain for $20 million. Now, when the agreement was sealed, nihawa din tong Spanish governor, si Cristobal Aguilar. Now, before he left, he appointed leaders. And one of those leaders were Jose Casas and Manuel Abuela. So pag abot sa June 2 nga letter ni Emilio Aguinaldo, I'm already speculating kay wala magid ko kita material document ato, but I'm already thinking nga kana bitawng the interim local government leaders were Jose Casas and Manuel
Abuela.
Unsay content sa letter ni Aguinaldo atong June 2?
Tuod so, ang artifact ko is that
namay ko'y copy.
Pero katong original
National Library.
Yatay worth millions na sa black market ba?
But I have the imprint, katong photocopy ba?
Okay.
Gihatagan ko sa akong professor, si Dr. Nono Montalban, when I was studying the establishment of the local government. Isama sa na akong gitunan pag-establish of local governments Cagayan. Now, what was the content of the June 2 letter? The content of the June 2 letter was appointing Jose Casas E. Roa to preside over the elections.
Mag-preside lang sa election, dili ang leader.
Yeah, to preside the election. And then, duha dayon ka taga Surigao, si Simeon o Wenceslao Gonzales.
Surigao.
Sila po mo preside sa election dito sa Surigao ng area. Now, going back to Cagayan, so pag receive sa letter, what Jose Casas did was trying to organize na dayon the elections. So the election happened June 10, 1899. So that's 8 days. 8 days after na-receive ni Casas ang letter. So the flow of the June 10 declaration was duha ang flow . in the morning, they elected local leaders.
Sa morning.
So sa morning. So sa morning, kinsa may nidaog. So Jose Casas as the governor.
Di ba bias? Siya pang preside na siya ang
Suryan tara na. They actually, we have the same thoughts, to be honest. We have the same thoughts, to be honest. Sinuod na, medyo pareha
Partahan
tagtot
pa
pre.
yun. Landowner.
And then you have Manuel Abuela became the delegate for police and order. And then nag-elect mo din silang mayor at nga time. So the very first mayor of Cagayan was a poet in the name of Toribio Chavez.
Okay. Isa man po nagyapon sa mga dato, di ba? Mga landowners.
Inagaw po ni Jose Casas kay Roa Manas Casas. Jose Casas i Roa. Si Toribio Chavez i Roa. So they elected him, he became a mayor. Then pagkahapon dayon, mo na din to pre, nag-declare dayon og independence ang Cagayan. Kita nag-declare taga tong kagalingong independence ri January 10, 1899. We call it Fiesta Nacional. Diba? To our viewers there na untay taga local council no maka-realize ana ba nga i-declare lang January 10 as Fiesta Nacional and then a local city holiday kay it's a very historical event for us Cagayanons nga dili kay nato gina-recognize nga di man nato gina-recognize di man holiday.
Okay.
Banahon tayo taga City Council, di ba? Magkaway-kaway sa mga taga City Council and I'm hoping that they will make a resolution proclaiming January 10, 1899 as, you know, a local city holiday or the very least, at least, i-celebrate na lang. Bahalag walay holiday, bahalag na klase and to recreate those events that transpired in the afternoon of January 10, 1899. Hindi raman na ito na-recreate. Ceremonial ba?
Paano siya naman siya tong Declaration of Independence from the Spanish.
Declaration from the Spanish na dayon. Ang naka-unique man gud sa atong Declaration of Independence, unlike the Declaration of Independence of Emilio Aguinaldo, where it came out as a manuscript proclaiming His Majesty Emilio Aguinaldo. If you read the document, malingaw ka kay his name was mentioned more than 5 times. And Aguinaldo's name was mentioned as a dictator more than 5 times. And the most powerful dictator, Aguinaldo, so on and so forth.
Grabe, narcissistic po siya, egotistical.
It's basically an exalted manuscript. It was not written by him. It was written by one of his advisors, si Ambrosio Ranzares Bautista.
Ay, Ginoo ko. Isa na sa mga bakasan sa Pinoy, bitaw ka ng kistas, bitaw magpakitang gilas ba sa kanang bitaw manager ba, empleyado gapakitang gilas sa manager, Ginoo ko antud karon na agyapon.
You download na lang the document and you try to count the number of times Aguinaldo's name was mentioned. Kistas, but anyways, let's give the benefit of the doubt. He declared independence. Na lang.
Pero it was one nga wala gid kabalo si Emilio Aguinaldo sa process sa pagsulat adto nga manuscript.
I think he knew about it. Kami nagpadali-dali.
He knew pero dili gid siya gid ang gahimo.
Dili siya.
Okay.
But believe me or not, most of his manuscripts were not written by him.
Okay. So dili po nato siya ma-paint as an egotistical maniac or
No. We cannot paint him as an egotistical, you know.
Okay.
But again, most of his manuscripts were not written by him. Even most of his resolutions and decree were not written by him. It was written by his trusted confidant, the guy who always sat beside him.
Ay. And who is that?
Apolinario Mabini.
Ang sitawag na.
The Sublime Paralytic.
Sublime Paralytic.
But I would rather prefer the name, the Brains of the Revolution. Kasi siya magito. Balik na taan ng Declaration of Independence sa Aguinaldo. Balik ta.
Tidbits po. Apolinario Mabini and me share the same birthday. Not the same year, of course.
Okay.
July 23.
July 23, di ka? Sunod rin itag birthday ba? Ako kay Bispira sa Carmen. May nalang galing kay lalaki ko kay kung babae pa lang siguro ko kung pangalan Carmen.
Pero unique man mo pangalan, tulo ka buok. Hindi na ko
Let's go back.
childhood.
What make our declaration so unique than the Cavite Declaration? Ours was done out of poetry ba?
Tay.
Poetry
Poet best ito review, di ba?
Poet best Toribio Chavez.
So,
And that only, nga, Toribio Chavez was not only a poet/poet pre. He was like the most badass poet in this era sa atong locality. He was sort of like the local celebrity of all poets.
kaysa lang Ray, nakipangutan na, where is Toribio Chavez educated?
That's hard to find out. Let's ask the family.
Kay, example, kung isa kas prominent families din, na ba established schools din sa Cagayan de Oro or
Yeah, we do. We have a public system during the Spanish period. We do have a Spanish system. It was documented by Filomeno Bautista. Filomeno Bautista was a local historian, and he documented many things based on his experiences when he was a kid. And then he also documented the 3 famous battles. Kaya ito nga time, he was sort of like 10, 12 years old.
so he was first-hand witness yun.
Yeah, first-hand witness. Many people or many historian would say nga grabe ka questionable ang iyahang history. But for me, iyahang contribution for local history of Cagayan de Oro is huge. Despite the fact that he's only 10 years old, vivid man kay memory ana, and then wala lang na-publish ang manuscript. The title of the manuscript is the Bautista manuscript. And I think it's only Xavier who owns that copy.
May reproduction.
Walay reproduction. I'm actually hoping for a reproduction about it. Pero I do not know.
Kasi isa na copyrighted, dili ta maka-ask.
Dili man siya copyrighted. Dili siya copyrighted,
Copy.
actually.
Bisang pagpangutan-on nato tanan bisang pagpangutan nato mga papa nato bitaw ka ng mga boomer walay idea ani nga subject.
Okay, you cannot get a copy pre, pero you can easily get it. I mean, pwede ra nimo siya ma-access, mabasa ra nimo ba?
Okay. Mas maayo na.
So, balik ta ako nakabasa man gyud ko. I think kapila ko na nabasahang manuscript ba, magamit man guna ko sa akong research sa local history. Anyways,
source kani si Filomeno Bautista ang source katong sa tulo ka battles.
Oh, siya gid do. Siya gid tong source.
Is he related?
He literally saw bodies piling up ba during after the Battle of Agusan. Kita siya, bata pa siya, ipang-pile ang mga patay nga lawas. So balik lagi ta no. Established na local government, we declared independence in the afternoon, naiparade na hitabo. I think ang rota sa parade was from Gaston Park to Tuyok diris may Garland, Veles, gawa sila diri sa Hayes, Tuyok din sila sa Capistrano, which was Calle Real before, and then ended up mubo ra ang parade, mubo ra ang parada.
I think more so, na ang scope sa Cagayan de Oro sa una. Yeah.
So declared din ta then. We declared, and then ang nibasa dayon sa declaration katong poem nga gisulat ni Toribio Chavez was Pedro Acut.
Daan nga pamilya
So Pedro Acut read the declaration because Pedro Acut's brother was a victim of Spanish atrocities. Namatay ba? Meaning, young brother was a victim of, Spanish abuses. So, mula rin ito, nag-declare na independence January 10. Ang naka-unique lang ani, pre. While the Filipino revolutionaries in Luzon were trying to ask recognition from the United States to recognize us as independent. Meaning, katong mga officials nato sa Luzon were trying to be diplomatic with the United States of America, with the Americans. Kita lahi. After declaration of independence nag-prepare na dayon ta para gubat.
Hala. Kung inana man nanatay arms, asa man tagikan og mga supplies?
So, what happened is they met after the declaration, few weeks after that, they met in Club Popular. Club Popular kanang maternity hospital karon. Mura na siya og kanang it's a place where people meet. Munang gitawag siya Club Popular, trying to discuss how to fight the Americans.
Na sila forward thinking sa unsay may tabo.
Oh, nana sila forward thinking. And this was after the declaration, mga February ni pre. So, the very first thing they discussed was kinsay mo lead.
Lagi no.
Now, sa ilang tanan ang nai-experience si Manuel Abuela. Pero at that time, Manuel Abuela was too old to fight.
Isa man is mga landowners, di ba?
Yeah, diyan napita sa Fernandez ng area. So, they decided to elect a migrant from Bulacan. A school teacher from Bulacan nga nagpuyo sa Cagayan. So they decided kanina lang atong i-elect, medyo bata-bata pa. And this guy
as
the leader, as the the leader of the revolution or the resistance. Si kinsa man ni, mo na ni Nicolas Capistrano.
the namesake of Capistrano nga street.
Kana gyud mo gyud na siya.
School
The
teacher.
namesake of the Capistrano. He was a school teacher from Pulo na assigned diri who got married to a local. And then mo tong gi-choose. So what after that, na-decide naman nila nga si Capistrano ang mulid sa resistance. Nagpagawa sila kwarta. And then these people went to Cebu. And then in Cebu, they bought bolos na malit o mga bolo. So gipreparahan gyud nato bay. And then pagbalik, nanaka din sila sa bukid diri sa may makasanding area.
Nagkuhan sila, nag-trench or unsa ba,
Dito sila nagkuta training in preparation of the Americans. And the rest is history. Diba? The Battle of Cagayan, Agusan, and Macahambo. So that's the story behind the three battles and the establishment of the local government of Cagayan de Misamis or de Oro. So to answer the question again, sa state Palangdaan, Capistrano, kanang Capistrano na to nga dalan ba? Was named after the general of the resistance, Nicolas Capistrano. And then after that, he surrendered actually April. He surrendered on April of 1902.
Uy, dako. Taas-taas sila nga tuig ilang resistance.
He surrendered in April. And then after he surrendered, he became a senator representing Cagayan during the...
This was the time of, unsa man siya, Emilio or Manuel L. Quezon?
Wala, kung ano ni, American occupation na yun.
Ay, 1902, dili pa man ni siya kuan.
Pag surrender ni Aguinaldo, surrender tanan, uy.
Buing.
Di actually, by dagan ni surrender before ni surrender sa Aguinaldo.
Kuan naman sila, overmatch.
Kay overmatch, yeah. Mo bantong kita ka tong goyo nga salida.
The Battle of Tirad Pass, kaning iskapo sila nga haros.
Oh, gisibog naman to, di ba? Malolos, from Malolos, saka silang Nueva Ecija, saka silang Ifuga, pasaka sila ba? Kato, pag abot sa Isabela, wala na gyud choice, surrender gyud sa Aguinaldo. Pag surrender ni Aguinaldo, surrender tanan.
Kuan magod na say sometimes kung sa gubat kung kabalo ka nga mismatch kay kagid instead of ipatay nimo ang mga tao nimo, it's so to prudence is better than valor.
Uy, pero naay isa bay, naay valor pa. His name was Macario Sakay.
Uy, familiar. Cagayan gyapon na.
Macario, dili na Cagayan.
Namatay
Luzon na siya.
Sakay.
Macario Sakay was from Manila. He was really a stone supporter of Andres Bonifacio. Loyal kitong Boni. Siya ay nagpadayong resistance. And his resistance ended until 1905.
The last? Ma-consider ba siya the last? Or...
The last, yeah. The last resistance. Nahuman ang resistance pagkamatay ni Macario Sakay.
Grabe na.
You know how he died?
Gitridor.
That's number one.
Kaya usually, kung kuan ka...
Gibaligya siya, gibaligya. Pero you know the method of him dying.
Kana
Public execution bay. Public yun. Dito gis plaza gibitay. O say kaso, sedition, treason. Yeah. Kaya nanamay ko na to, anti-sedition law ang Amerikano para sa Pilipinas.
you know, Oko. And
So balik,
he was not at the same level sa mga heroes na popularized by pop culture.
yeah, he was not. Dili kay nga nakapopular sa Macario Sakay. Pero mura ra gud gyapog Apolinario Mabini bay, ghostwriter ni
And
ghostwriter
ako,
ni
and ako no, mo admit magi ko nga mas supporter ko ni Andres kaysa kang J Rizal.
Jose Rizal.
Okay, akong tan-aw magud kay medyo elitist magud si Jose Rizal, and not every Filipino can do what he did nga maka-travel ato sa Europe. Wala pa magaling ko katungtong og Europe siya. 1890 wala lang ga-travel as
Ako ga-teach ko. Sahi sometimes we have our own following. We have our own following ba. For example, in my end, kinsa magid akong following ba. I am more of a Mabini person than, you know, a Rizal. Pero mo man na, since subject man si Rizal, ganatudlo na po si Rizal, and I became more acquainted with his thinking and then with his
Pero
works.
right, since ga-teach man gid ka ani nga subject no, in your opinion ba, was he pro ipa-abolish ang Spanish or kuan? Kay Rizal is not Mahatma Gandhi. Lahi man sila kuan, pero they're both national heroes. Pero ang context magud kung moingon kag Rizal sa iyahang tone, sa ako alang personal na opinion na he was a pro supporter of Spain because he is cultured as a maestrado, I think.
You may ilustrado. You may look at it that way. And there's no problem about it. Kay naamang kitay evidences like him being the prominent figures during the propaganda movement. And then the propaganda movement was a movement in our history that these ilustrados wanted the assimilation of the Philippines as a province of Spain. And one of the prominent actors of those time was Jose Rizal sa mga writings.
Well, masad sila no kanang sa ilustrado, sa ilang group, sa ilang mga rich individuals.
Middle class. Mo'y content sa akong i-post nga vlog niya actually.
Kay luoy ba ang nag-shed og blood, tears, sweat, and anguish sa Pilipinas gid mismo ba?
However, again, mo lagi na kana bitong I'm very sorry to my co-professors. The lack of teaching the ideology of Rizal, kana bitong more on rote learning, rotarira ba, walik-balik lang bitaw ang pagtudlo sa Rizal. Me, when again sa sige na kog tudlo, sa sige nimog tudlo, you will gain more discoveries.
Lagi
na kay ma-discover ba. And akong discovery man good is nice stages kinabuhi ni Rizal. For example, if you want to see the youthfulness of Rizal, ang pagkabata ba, ang iyang ideological youthfulness, yan mo makita sa No Limit Tangere.
and
Kaya ang No Limit Tangere,
ang
No Limit,
ang portrayal sa siya kay almost perfect, murag ginaumit nila nga walay bahid of imperfections.
that's what I tell my students as part of my disclaimer. Ako yun ang disclaimer sa klase. I will make Rizal as human as he can.
Pares ka tong
Pasabot
ba, exalted ra kayo ba, murag ang napas ato ang mga history kuan.
Kay lagi balik lagi ta katong gingon nako. If you look at Rizal, him, the youthful ideology and the younger Rizal can be seen in No Limit Tangere. The anguish and the anger and the immaturity gid akong gamiton of Rizal can be seen sa iyahang works sa sa El Filibusterismo. There you could see the maturity of Rizal. Then the maturity of Rizal can be seen kato na dayon annotations niya kay Antonio Murgas Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas and when he was deported in Dapitan. Kung giunsa og transform ni Rizal ang Dapitan from an ugly town to a very beautiful town as what we know of Dapitan today.
Ayay.
Kato makita nimo maturity ni Rizal. Now, ang sa Dapitan manggod nga Rizal, you could see the Rizal who was against the revolution not because he was pro-Spanish, but he was against the revolution because he wanted to avoid bloodshed. That's number one. And second, other than avoiding the bloodshed, this was the logic. What if Spain would leave us in just a snap of a finger? Are we educated enough to sustain a society? Are we educated enough? Mo bitaw tong ang gibuhat ni Rizal sa Dapitan, he was educating every kid ba eh. Kaya ang yambong logic, eksperimentuhan daw nako ning Dapitan. I-educate daw nako ning mga kabatanunan. And after they will become educated, let us see them when they grow up. So gihimo niyang laboratory ang Dapitan sa iyang mga aspirations. That's the reason why he was against the revolution. Because according to Rizal, I am against it because number one, we are not prepared for battle, and second, we are not prepared to become independent. Because for 300 years that we were ruled and conquered by Spain, our values, diba? Our values, our ways of living are typically walay ato personal, walay Filipino ana. Naanad tag sigig ingon og yes master, yes boss.
Nagiba for pila ka years.
So Rizal was really fighting for what you called human emancipation. So unsay nahitabo? Pero gingnan gini Rizal lugar, wa koy problema magpadayon mo revolution din. I don't care. Wala man koy hold ana kung magpadayon ang revolution. So the revolution continued. Rizal died, he was executed. Unsay nahitabo karon? We get the drawbacks. Gubot ka yung Pilipinas because kita wala gyud ta naka-unite. Gubot pa gyapon hangtod karon. Then mo dong ingon ni Rizal kung dili na tun-an ang mahimong united and then we fight for independence patay wa gyapon gubot gyapon tagbiyaan ta. So gubot gyapon ta kung biyaan ta. So that's the learning, that's the lesson. Mo ginang always ako ginastorya sa akong klase. The point here is that we study heroes not to revere them as very the same as how we revere Captain America. Diba? We look at heroes as samples of humanity. Diba?
Silang ideals.
Ilang ideology mong kwaon ba? And how would you apply this ideology into real life? Mao ginang akong always learning sa akong klase. Let's study them as human as they are because we will try to dissect them not because they are heroes, but we will try to dissect them because they are human beings. We will dissect them through their humanity. Unsay maayo nila atong kwaon ato ding apply.
Wapo ba? And then balik ta sa Cagayan. Naikauban si Cruz Taal na I think general si nabay term as general
Apolinar Velez was a captain. He fought together with Cruz Taal because Lieutenant si Cruz Taal, the commanding officer in the Battle of Macahambus was Apolinar Velez. He was the captain. So yeah, he fought against the Americans. He fought in one Battle of Macahambus. Nidaog ta adto pre.
Katong sa cave na area.
Nidaog ta atong Battle of Macahambus. It was a victory for the Filipinos and unfortunately unrecorded in Philippine textbooks.
Recorded sa US.
Unrecorded to Philippine textbooks.
Bilaugawa.
If Antonio Luna were losing in Luzon, kita we were winning here. Katong Battle of Macambos.
I think siguro isa sa mas mga reason dili man siguro full ang force nga gihatag dinhi sa Mindanao kay mura maging significant nga area siguro sa
Dili full force ba? There was like not significant but it was enough.
And unsa pud ka well equipped ang mga tao nila Apolinar Velez sa una?
Ill-equipped. Ano na lang ang konklusyon na. Ill-equipped, ill-trained.
Nag-guerrilla warfare sila.
Wala. You know what happened nganong nidaog sila sa Battle of Macambos? It was a geography.
Hinoon, oo. Advantage Manila.
Habog man. They were hurling stones ba? They were hurling boulders. They were hurling boulders. Boulders ilang ginahulog. Dili pusil, dili bala. Bato. Wato wa kabigay ang Amerikano. And Apolinar Velez, grabe gisa kamaro. He knew that there would be a second wave nga moabot.
So
yung gibuhat, retreat.
Sibat sila sa area pagkuan sa
Sibat din sila sa area. So wala na naka-record na ba? Diba? Filipinos 1, Americans 2. Kay kabaluman kay the Americans were also planning of a second wave of attack sa Macambos. Wala na retreat na si Apolinar Velez. Sa logic ni Velez nakadaog na kung isa sa inyo, pre.
Pabalos
solve na
ko.
Di na ako magpabalos, di ba? Dagan ako. Wala na marama nga manggaaway ba? Human makabiragi kag isa.
Sibat na.
Ay nag-follow up. Dagan na dayon. Once you draw first blood, sibat na. Ayaw nagbalik diha kay you'll be dead. Then eventually Apolinar Velez surrendered.
And wala sila gikuan, yung gipang execute.
Ay, wala. The Americans were so humane to us. Apolinar Velez surrendered also. Sa Opol siya ni surrender. Ang unsay hinungdan nganong ni surrender sa Opol, he was suffering for a typhoid fever.
Okay.
So he already knew nga if he continues to suffer the fever,
matay siya.
Masacrifice siya yung tao. So I might as well surrender for the sake of my people because I'm having a fever. Surrender siya ba? And he sworn in as, he sworn allegiance to the United States. And eventually, in the long run, he became a governor of Misamis Oriental. And under his term, as the governor of Misamis Oriental, mo din ang natukod ang MUGS na building, kanang Gabaldon.
So, siya ang kanang statue diya nga gatindog.
Yeah, siya na. And that's the reason why the street was also named after him. Apolinar Velez. Pre, taas kaya itong conversation karon pre.
Lagi.
Mas 4, pagapos kubaw. More about local history soon, di ba?
Lagi. Sige.
Dagan pa kita gisgutan about local history. And I'm very happy and proud nga naani nga channel nga we can discuss and we can talk about history, local. That's what I like. I can talk history as long as anyone would want to hear, and as long as my time allows me to.
Lagi. Sa dagan kay
mag-discuss history. Salamat
po. Thank you so much for your knowledge. Okay, grabe ka niya. And the best thing about the format, daghan kayo naga-message sa ato nga na-enlighten sila nga karon pa sila nakabalo sa histories Cagayan tungod ani nga podcast.
So ito'y pa ko ani napay mga banggitan nga istoryan sa Cagayan. What I know is just superficial, but we can still surmise. Makatabang gyapon.
At least na-icon ba na-spread na to ang kumbaga awareness ba?
The awareness, yeah.
Para man na siya ang importante. And soon, advertise na ko daan, Rai Chronicles. Si Rai, ang iyahang mga tidbits sa history. Not just limited to Cagayan de Oro, but Philippine history. We will be posting that soon on YouTube, on his own YouTube channel, and support Rai for his efforts too. And again, wala na tayo oras gyapon, okay?
Wala na gyapon tayo oras. Threshold na punta,
threshold na punta, no? And again, thank you for listening. And Rai, thank you for kitarang duha karon, pero thank you for still coming to the show.
Lagi wala di atong leaders blind item karya.
Lagi. Ahak lagi kayo. Natulog pa to
Sige
kay
na.
gwapong panahon.
Sabot rata puhon. By the way, plug po namo for Dads Over Coffee. That's
No,
also
For Dads
another
Over Coffee.
podcast. And we talk anything from lifestyle to shitty things.
To food and sponsorships.
I'll be expecting about, plug na ko daan for the Four Dads Over Coffee podcast. Our first episode we'll be talking about mga tambayanan sa mga karaang bugoy sa Cagayan de Oro atong dekada 90 ug early 2000. Diba? Atong tambayanan na to sa una.
Nice. Good luck sa mga dili manunga kay sure gid mo blind item gid mo.
Blind item yun na. Sige. Sige, pre.
Kiray, salamat Kiray.
Bye.